Welcome back to our production. In this video, we will go in depth into velocity. Our first question becomes, which is the most general, like always, what is velocity? The velocity of an object is the rate of change of its position with respect to frame of reference and its function of time. Now, first of all, that is one hard definition. So basically, this is the simplest definition I could come up with, and the one I found on Google. The speed of an object in a given direction. So how do you calculate velocity? So the calculating velocity, knowing the formula is very important, like always. So the formula for velocity is similar to the one of speed, but instead of distance, you're using displacement. So if you remember in my last lecture, we went over displacement, so this should be very similar. So velocity is equal to displacement over time. So let's do a practice question. If a train is traveling 100 miles south for 50 minutes, what is the average velocity of the train? All right, so hint, average velocity is the same as velocity. So here's our triangle. Let's see. So traveling 100 miles south for 50 minutes. All right, so the problem said that we were traveling 100 miles, which was south. All right, and then we were also in 50. All right, so let's draw a triangle to make our lives much easier and not as complex. So we're trying to look for this box. All right, so we're gonna write, so 100 goes here, and then 50 goes here. So we're doing 100 divided by 50. So we're gonna basically do that, which should give us 2 miles per minute. So it gives us 2 miles per minute, which is actually very nice. So now if we were just to put this in context with hour, well, this is about 120 miles per hour. Not bad. So let's see what our answer is. So our answer is 2 miles per minute south. Alright, so I forgot that direction here, so I'm going to write it south. Alright, let's move on. Practice question number 2. So a car has an average velocity of 45 miles per minute north in 90 minutes. What is the displacement of the car? So now we're looking for this. So we're looking for displacement. So we just basically multiply 45 times 90, but still. So we're going to take 45 miles and then multiply it by 90 minutes. So that, if we multiply it, we will definitely need a calculator. So we should get 45 times 90, it's 4050, and what it was 45 miles per minute, and it was in the direction of north. So 50 miles north, and currently the time gives it north. Alright, let's proceed on to practice question number 3. The shuttle service runs at 50 miles per hour for a displacement of 250 miles east. How many hours does the shuttle service run for? So here's our triangle. So now let's go and split. So now let's go ahead and do this problem visually. So if I recall correctly, so this thing runs at 50 miles per hour for 50 miles per hour, 50 miles per hour, all right, for a total of 250 miles east. So this is our displacement, all right? So what we're looking at is how many hours does the shuttle service run for? We'll draw our triangle to figure that out. All right. So if we have 50 miles per hour, so we're just going to take our velocity, so we're going to plug it in here, so it goes here, and then our displacement goes on the top. So we're just going to take 250 divided by 50, which is 5 hours. Alright, so our answer is 5 hours. And let's see what our problem says. Alright, so our answer is officially correct. Alright, we're on our review question. So what is the main difference between distance and displacement? So, distance is based on the actual path taken for an object, while displacement is the distance between 2 points at the path with a direction reference. Distance is the difference between 2 points in a straight line, while displacement measures the actual path taken by an object. C. Distance and displacement are both ways to measure a path taken by an object. D, none of the above. Alright, so C is definitely not it. So are both ways to measure a path taken by an object? No. B, distance is the difference between 2 points in a straight line, while... So distance is the difference between 2 points in a straight line, while displacement measures the actual path. No. So it's actually A. C and B can be eliminated, so it's actually our answer should be A.